Shabbat Shalom.
Sabbath Shalom.
Hey, brothers and sisters. Praise Ahayah Ashịrị Ahayah. We are thankful for this opportunity, and we give thanks to Yache, Meshiaka, and our mother Rụwaka, Kwadoshi. It's a wonderful Shabbat today, much edification, much praise to Ahayah Ashịrị Ahayah. We're just thankful for this time. And this is a short discussion here. We look at the understanding of whether every day is the same, because a part of modern teachings or secular understanding is that it doesn't matter what day we worship Alahayim, or that every day is the same. He doesn't worry about these things. When, if we look in the scriptures, he's actually appointed his set times and his set feasts and what is righteous in his sight. I'm just going to take a quick look at that. Let's start in Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 to 3.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day Alahayim ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Alahayim blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Alahayim created and made.
So there we see Ahayah blessed that day particularly.
Right, and sanctified it.
So he made it. So he blessed it, that's Borokwa, and sanctified. That's Kwadoshi. He made it. He set it apart. Kwa means to take. Kwado is to take. And Do means to set or to place or to pull. And Doshi makes it continuous. So Kwadoshi makes it's set apart, it's set there, and it's kept that way. So it's showing that day is separate from the rest. That's linguistically, and we can look in the scriptures and see that it is so according to precept as well, because we know through precepts we get understanding.
Kwadoshi is on H6942.
You want to go ahead and read the definition, please?
Sure. It means a primitive root to causatively make, pronounce, or observe as clean, ceremonially or morally. Appoint, bid, consecrate, dedicate.
Now, it's interesting, it said appoint, because that's Kwado. You take this and you set it over here. This is appointed for that.
Right.
So you can see how Ahayah is gracious for giving us the remembrance of our language, in that we can understand it just by going by what the word is, because it's a 3-letter word, Kwadoshi.
Right.
And you can see with the Igbo root words, we can still understand it, Kwadoshi, to know exactly what it means through Igbo, and we can substantiate that we speak in Hebrew by what the concordance says.
Right.
So that, according to the scriptures, that day is sanctified, it's been set apart, and it's blessed. Now, preceptually, the angels attest as well that this day is holier than other days. When we look at the book of Jubilees, chapter 2, verse 16 and verse 32.
Jubilees chapter 2, verse 16. And he finished all his work on the sixth day, all that is in the heavens and on the earth and in the seas and in the abysses, and in the light and in the darkness and in everything. And I'm dropping down to verse 32.
Well, check verse 17. Did I?
Okay. Yes. Jubilees 2 and 17. And he gave us a great sign, the Shabbat day, that we would work 6 days, but keep Shabbat on the seventh day from all work.
All right.
You want to jump down?
Yeah, to verse 32.
Verse 30, Jubilees chapter 2, verse 32. And the Creator of all things blessed this day which he had created for blessing and holiness and glory above all days.
So do we see there that it's been that he himself blessed it, and he said above all days?
Above all days.
Above all days, we have scriptural confirmation from the angel that this day was above all others. And we can build on that to get further confirmation of that if we look at Sirach chapter 33, verse 7 and 9. And I apologize, while to get another scriptural precept, that same chapter in Jubilees, can you read? This is verse 28.
All right, it's okay. Jubilee chapter 2, verse 28.
Verse 27 and 28. Sorry.
And whoever profanes it shall surely die, and whoever does thereon any works shall surely die eternally. That the children of Israel may observe this day throughout their generations, and not be rooted out of the land, for it is a holy day and a blessed day.
And if you read verse 26, it tells you why one would die, because the day is holy above all. I apologize that I got a little confused there with my numbers.
Jubilee chapter 2, verse 26. Wherefore do thou command the children of Israel to observe this day, that they may keep it holy, and not to do thereon any work, and not defile it, as it is holier than all other days.
There we see according to scriptures, holier than all other days, in verse 28.
And everyone who observes it and keeps Sabbath thereon from all his work will be holy and blessed throughout all days like unto us.
And by taking part in Ahayah's day, it would make us like the angels, because we would be holy like them. Now, going to Ecclesiasticus, which is the book of Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 33, verse 7 to 9, please.
Sirach chapter 33, verse 7. Why does one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the years is of the sun?
Now, this is interesting, because this is the kind of perspective that is discussing, well, every day the sun come up and come down every day. Why is any day different? The scriptures are going to give us the straight answer.
By the knowledge of Ahayah they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. Some of them hath he made high days, and hallowed them.
See?
And some of them hath he made ordinary days.
The days he, according to his knowledge, he decreed what is high and what is normal, right?
And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth.
So we see that Ahayah set them according to his pleasure. Now, where he said some he had made feasts and some he had made regular, ordinary days, right?
Yeah, right.
Can you read Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1? Just that verse, so they can see that it's in the scriptures that Ahayah said himself what his feasts are, verse 1, and what is it? Verse 2, please.
Leviticus 23 and 1. And Ahayah spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, Concerning the feast of Ahayah, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
So you can see how Ahayah has his feasts. He has days that he has consecrated, just as the scripture says. So these holy days, which include the Sabbath day, the Shabbat, are consecrated and are counted as high days according to his knowledge. Now, in the book of Revelations, it is said that Adonai's day, in the book of Revelations, there's a concept that has been taught to lead us astray from Ahayah, that the first day is referring to the first day of the week and the Sabbath has been changed.
Right.
When it's Ahayah is good that all we have to do is just look at the precepts and see what day did Ahayah say is his day. Because the scripture says it's Ahayah's day, so we just have to find the precept to see what day did Ahayah say is his day. We've had the angels attest to us what day is holy above other days.
Right.
We have Genesis where it's very clear that Ahayah blessed and sanctified the Shabbat that day.
Right.
So can you read that verse in Revelations, 1 and 10?
Right.
Please.
I was in the spirit on Adonai's day,
Right.
and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet.
Now, let's look for precepts to find out what day did Ahayah say is his day. Because the book said that he was in the spirit on Ahayah's day. Right? Let's look at Isaiah chapter 58, verse 13.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Shabbat,
So he's talking about the Shabbat day, right?
from doing thy pleasure on my holy day,
On his holy day. So what day is Ahayah's day? The Shabbat. Continue.
and call the Shabbat a delight, the holy of Ahayah.
The holy of Ahayah, the consecrated, the Kwadoshi of Ahayah. And that's how you can tie it right back to Genesis chapter 2, where he said he blessed and sanctified it.
That's right. Honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own way, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words.
You see, brothers and sisters, that by honoring his actual day, that he said is his holy day, the true Ahayah's day, we honor him. And now you can understand why the world has went astray from Ahayah's holy day.
Right.
Because it does not honor him. Because Job chapter 9 verse 24 says the world is given into the hand of the wicked. And we know, and there's also John chapter 12 verse 30 or 31 that says the prince of this world was cast out. That prince of the world is Satan. And 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse, can you actually read that one? And we'll close on that. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 about verse 3 to 6, where it tells that if the gospel be hid, it's because the prince of the Alahayim of this world had blinded them.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
And we know a part of the gospel is keeping the Sabbath day, which we now, according to precept, understand is Ahayah's day. So you see how they've been keeping us away from the gospel with the teachings that we've been taught, whether in whichever religion is trying to take us away from the Sabbath day. All right?
In whom the Alahayim of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Alahayim, should shine unto them.
Right. So you see how even things, there are stumbling stones everywhere, and the concept that Ahayah's day is the first day of the week is one of those stumbling stones.
Right.
But we praise Ahayah. Now you have precepts, because through precepts we get understanding, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little.
Right.
But we have Ahayah's word on what day is his, because he said it is his holy day, and it is holy unto him. We know that Kwadoshi means to be consecrated and set apart. It's appointed. It's his appointed time. It's his holy feast. And now we know why every day is not the same. Because according to Ahayah's knowledge, as Sirach 33 mentioned, he made some high days and some ordinary days.
Right.
So Ahayah be magnified.
All good.
All right. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Ahayah be with you.
Shalom.